All right, so recently it came out that Markieff Morris, of the Washington Wizards, this man stated that, end quote, the Celtics have never been better than the Wizards, end quote. And me personally, while I agree that both, haven't done shit in terms of winning a championship, to claim that, no, I can't agree with Markieff right there. I can't agree with him. No, my good sir. There are levels to this. Now, before we get into the video, I've also linked my Steam account below, so if anybody here plays 2K19, definitely add me. The goal for this video is if we get to 500 views and 10 likes on this one, then I'll do previews on every NBA team. Definitely stick around to the end for a sneak peek for the next video. So definitely go check out my current team season preview section of my channel, which I'll link below. That's going to be a playlist. And also just let you guys know again, comments, keep them clean. If not, I'll just hide them. Nobody's going to be able to see them. Now let's get back to the stuff. So this man John Wall, last year, he missed 41 games. The Washington Wizards, they made some, pretty decent offseason moves, picking up a double-double machine in Dwight Howard, and a very serviceable veteran in Jeff Green. Right? They also recently drafted Troy Brown Jr., who I'm not gonna lie, he looks like he's gonna be a respectable role player, with some defensive capabilities. And the Wizards, their projected starting lineup on paper, everything on paper looks decent, but on paper, their starting five looks pretty nice. The boys got John Wall, they got Bradley Beal, Otto Porter's probably gonna start at small forward. They got Markieff Morris. I think he's gonna run power forward, kind of similar to how Boston ran Marcus, his twin brother, at that power forward spot last year. And they just picked up Dwight Howard, so D12 is gonna be down low, so this is gonna be a problem. So basically, I can see what Markieff is trying to do when he's stating those comments, and he kind of has to, because you can't just, the Warriors are supposed to, not the Warriors, W teams. The Wizards, they're supposed to be a playoff team competing with the Celtics. And basically, you cannot go into the playoffs. That's war. Like, my dude, that's war. You cannot go in there with a deferent mindset. You can't just defer to them automatically. Because if they know that you think that you're worse than them, they're just going to run over you. So, but I will say this. Boston is definitely going to have a talent issue at the wing spot. Why? Because they're overflowing with talent, and it's going to be hard if everyone's not on board with sharing playing time, because everyone's going to want their minutes. Jason Tatum, he's not strong enough to play 4. Jaylen Brown isn't big enough to play 4, and him and Gordon Hayward and Jason Tatum, they're going to have to figure some things out, because if they play some teams with some strong 4s like a Paul Millsap or somebody like that who's going to bang whoever they're going to put at 4 up, they're going to have to play Marcus Morris, and they're going to have to start minimizing their minutes and stuff like that. So it's going to happen. Kyrie's health also will be questionable for the following year. He's kind of similar to CP3, where I see if they play him less than 60 games, they should be all right. It should be fine. But Kyrie's knees are definitely something that they're looking out for. And, while the Wizards, they have added something that they've never had, which is a defensive presence. D12 is Dwight Howard. They've never had a defensive presence at big man. Like, who can you name that was seriously like a problem on defense and they could still score relatively decently, And while an unpopular opinion, for this year, Markieff, he actually might turn out to be correct, because nothing is guaranteed. The Celtics, they've never played even a fourth of a season with Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving on the court together. Plus, much over the young duo of Brown and Tatum. Like, Tatum, no one's played together for even a fourth of a season. So, I don't see the Celtics staying together very long. I hope they do. I'd love to see some competition. This is great. But, I don't see them staying together for very long. Gordon Hayward is probably even, he's questionable as a starter, because, he's coming off that injury and he might not start just because the young guy's been getting so much gelling time. But Gordon, they're paying him not max money, but they're paying him pretty damn good money. So they're probably gonna want to get as much out of him as they can. Going back to the Wizards, with another early playoff exit, the Wizards look like they're running out of magic tricks, to be honest. Which, based off of last year. Let's just not be surprised. Let's say that the Wizards do go sub 500. Let's not be surprised if John Wall gets packaged for a deal, because if they are going to move on from Bradley Beal, they're definitely going to not move on from Bradley Beal, or move on from the Brad Beal John Wall experiment. They're definitely going to send off John Wall. Why? Because John Wall, his contract is so huge. Plus, he's more talented and more skilled than Bradley Beal is. So they're just going to try and ship off John Wall, because it's been proven that John Wall cannot lead them to a championship. It's been proven. We've seen that. based off what he's shown so far. So if he can't show that this year, they're definitely just going to ship him off to try and see if they can get somebody just as good as him, if not better. Bradley Beal, we've kind of seen where his head is at. You know, he's not going to be the leader of the team. We've seen what that looked like. They looked hot for a set number of games, and they came back down to earth. You know, him and John Wall, they haven't been playing too well together the last, 2 or 3 years. But they're very talented, very skilled, and they just added Dwight Howard to the mix. So this is definitely a dangerous look. I don't take them as championship contenders. I definitely see them as a deep playoff run. My ceiling for them, I see these dudes going to the conference finals with an exit in 5, probably to whoever they play. That's their ceiling, That's basically a magic carpet run. Everything went well. They stole a couple games, a couple game 7s, and they ended up, losing the conference finals in 5. I see their floor being the first round exit with a disbanding of the team. They're either going to trade John Wall or Bradley Beal. That's simple. But yeah, so thanks for sticking to the end. Appreciate that. Next video, as promised, before is the sneak peek. So for the next video, I will be putting out a season preview for the Boston Celtics on Tuesday, and I will be putting one out on every team if we get to the goal of 500 views and 10 likes. So definitely like it up, share the video, comment, subscribe, and yeah, check me out on Steam. I'm playing 2K19 a lot, but yeah, all right.